There's a couple different things you can do when you read the story to the children. If you are lucky enough to have the big teacher card, especially if you have a very large class, you can use that because the story is right on the back. And the children in the back will be able to see the picture, the illustration. Or sometimes, if I happen to have a smaller class, I'll take an extra leaflet and I'll actually put it in the corresponding Bible story. For this one, Jesus Welcomes the Children, it actually says it is based on Matthew, Mark, and Luke. So I actually found Matthew, put the leaflet in, and when I read the story, it's actually on the back of the leaflet, so that's a little hint. Again, it's just a reminder for the children that each of our stories has a corresponding lesson from the Bible. And it's also our very first time we have something different on our prayer center. So this is what I did. I actually, on the very first day, I took a picture of all the children's praying hands and I made a little composite. I actually included mine. So this is the very first thing that we brought on our prayer table, and it actually was my choice. So next week, another child or a child will bring theirs in. So this was our very first week. Another thing that I do is I'll ask the children a question that has to correspond with our story. This lesson was about how Jesus welcomes the children, and the questions I asked them is how can we be good friends to each other, like we want to be a friend of Jesus. So Nate said he wants to take turns. Jet said, don't kick. And Bria said, don't take someone else's toys. So what I do is when I ask them the question, I'll dictate exactly what they said, and that will be placed in front of our faith formation class. And I don't usually ask the children during circle time, because usually what the first child says, each child will say the same thing. So when the children are working on their leaflets and the other children might be out in the room playing in the block area or some of the figures I brought in, then I'll kind of go around and I'll ask the children, and they'll come right over and write it down. So that's my tip for tip 3, lesson 3. Jesus welcomes the children. God bless you.